I mean, if you guys didn't want like guests to, if you just wanted us to ask questions in the chat, I can hop down.
Mac, check season really quick.
Oh, I checked it. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll make you big screen. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, if you got, I don't know. This is Mac's life, so I'm not sure what who she was lighting up and why. So.
Yeah, sorry, Mac. I had a couple of questions. I don't know if you just want to be able to ask questions in the chat or.
No, we can do some questions. I am gonna quickly fix my moderator settings.
No problem.
But yeah, no, go ahead. Let me remove her. All right, perfect. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so I think my first question, I kind of wanted to clarify on like what Irish's like overall goal was on the call yesterday. Like, was he trying to bring attention to like people in Kenzie's server and stuff who like support her of like these concerns, or?
I mean, I think his overall goal was just to let people know the type of person that Kenzie is, let people know the character of Kenzie. I know that Irish was deliberating for quite a while whether he should do anything regarding Kenzie, because he was wondering if it was a big enough deal to talk about. He was wondering if it was something that was worth it, if people would care, and the impacts it would have. And so I believe his goal was just to make people aware of his character, or her character, sorry, and the reason as to why they were no longer friends. I definitely think that was a part of it as well.
Yeah, I was just kind of like talking about he wasn't sure if it was like a big enough deal. I think that was like part of my thing. Like when I first kind of like heard about some of this, I was like, it kind of just, to me, at least initially, because especially at first I didn't have like any context. So I was kind of like, it sounds like it's kind of just some drama between friends. So I was like, I don't really know why there's like kind of this big to do about it of like, let's have this like public call and like invite all these people.
Well, no, yeah, I get that. Part of like what Irish is going to be talking about is how Kenzie made him feel uncomfortable during oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to fix my moderator settings because there are a lot of people in here who unfortunately no longer like me and no longer deserve to be mods in the space. So
you guys can hear me typing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Let me remove you.
You're totally fine. Take your time.
Yeah. So yeah. There's a part of like what he wants to talk about upcoming is that he wants to let people know that he also felt uncomfortable by some of Kenzie's sexual advancements and sexual comments and things like that, which I think should be pointed out, especially in like the type of communities that like we're usually in. And then other things as well that are going to be mentioned, I believe, over this weekend at some point. But yesterday his call was just very lengthy, so I don't think he wanted to go into all of that because I think we would have been up till 5 a.m. So.
And so do you know, like, I know I heard something about like possible like a call tonight or a call tomorrow. Like, is there plans on Irish's part to like provide more like receipts of some of the claims? I think like, especially for someone like me who isn't super familiar with Irish, you know, it's like when some of this stuff starts coming out, like, of course, like your knee-jerk reaction is kind of like, well, I've like followed Kenzie. I've seen like, you know, her, what I like perceive to be her character. So then when she's like posting screenshots that kind of support some of her storyline, it's confusing then to then not have receipts on Irish's side, and it makes you question things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No,
Yeah,
and I get that.
Let's there are Irish. I believe Irish will do his best to provide any receipts that he has. I mean, I can't speak for him. Matt can't speak. None of us can speak for him because he's the one that's going to organize it. He did say that he's going into receipts mode. He mentioned that yesterday before the call, so I would assume that he would have more receipts to provide. There's no way to say what he's going to provide because, I mean, this is Irish's thing. So,
I mean, I would say that like Irish doesn't usually Irish doesn't make claims without receipts. There are receipts. I think there's so many different screenshots to go through, and the story is so convoluted that I believe he is trying to organize it as best as he can. But I don't think he was able to get through it all by the time the call rolled around. So I do think that he will be providing those, hopefully, as soon as possible. But I've been seeing a lot of receipts that I'm sure other people haven't seen. And yeah, like he has receipts to show exactly what he's saying. So yeah, and it also takes time to redact personal information and things like that need to be redacted. So.
And then, and I apologize because I know that he had in his initial quote unquote legal briefing, if you will, a why is he doing this now section. But then I know that my understanding is there was like talk of like kind of having this like Kenzie call out, in May, I believe. Do you know like what happened that it didn't happen at that time, but then it did happen now? Or is that addressed in that legal briefing? I might just need to like reread it.
Yeah, so I know that he wanted, he's again been contemplating what to do with this like information about him and, her dynamic specifically, for a while. And in May, I know he was pissed to learn about the fact that Kenzie lied to us. And so I do think in May that lie motivated him to jump the gun a little bit and say, I want to do this live as soon as possible. But I know that he did change his mind several times on what he was going to do with this information. So that's why he talked about a live in May, because whenever he learned about the lie, he was obviously really annoyed and he wanted to call it out as soon as possible.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess like I'm assuming, certainly I get the impression that like you have seen more receipts, and if you don't want to give your personal opinion, that's fine. But like, is it possible that some of this is like genuine miscommunications or misunderstandings or like misinterpretations of certain things being said?
So we like spent a lot of time considering alternative like motivations and like why like all of this happened. And from everything that I've seen, I don't believe that this can be boiled down. A lot of what I would say 90% of what happened cannot be boiled down to misinterpretation. I would say maybe there's like a 10%, 10% of like what's going on could be, but I would say the majority of it is very cut and dry, very clear on what's happening.
Okay. Well, I'll hop down. I know that like it sounds like I wasn't maybe supposed to be brought up, so I'll hop down. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and I'll be curious to kind of see some of the other receipts and everything from Irish. Maybe that will like paint a clearer picture. I think right now a lot of us that like are coming from Kenzie's server, I think, are really confused.
Yeah, no, I get that. But yeah, they're definitely, I don't know why Irish would have the amount of screenshots that he has if he's not planning on releasing them. So I definitely think that that's part of it. And I definitely think that things will come out over the weekend that hopefully will sway people's opinions. I don't really know, though. At this point, there's, a lot of people who have been disappointing in just their blind support of Kenzie with, you know, despite the fact that the one woman that, you know, was going to corroborate, I guess was, you know, talking to Kenzie before this, whatever, and everyone was supporting, is now being demonized. So, I don't know.
Thank you.
Mhm.